so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Yeah, I'm in love with you, but that stuff over there, that's junk, and my stuff is collection.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, I just want to keep my old speakers from college. Is that so
No.
wrong?
My those radios of mine are treasure.
No, I love you, but I love my Hendrix poster. So can I keep that on the wall, please?
Yeah, the problem is, I mean, a lot of us do this thing that we do. I mean, I guess it becomes like a bit about a power struggle, right?
Yes,
It's
it
the
shows
clutter
up.
of the other person
Yes, it is.
that becomes a problem.
Or the lack thereof design sensibility of the other person.
What?
Maybe someone has no taste and someone does.
Oh, gosh.
That's how
Really?
it
Are you
works.
going there?
Maybe.
I see. You were so nice.
Well, it's not you I'm referring to. It's those other people.
Oh, those people.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's Eric Stromer, and I'm Cindy Dole. I used to think you were nice.
No,
You are.
I still
you
love
are.
you.
You're still nice.
Let's stay together.
Okay. And this is Home Wizards, where we love to improve your home, improve your life, and maybe improve your relationship.
That's right.
So we're just saying, so let's talk about couple decor. And oh my gosh. So gosh, it can get a little sticky.
Right.
And I think that especially if you are just moving into your first home together, isn't that kind of the wake up time? Or you just, you're living together, or, you just got married, whatever. And all of a sudden it's your stuff, it's their stuff, it's a lot of stuff.
Right. I mean, we were talking about this the other day. You and I both had this in common. We both had water beds in college. And I'm just not sure that comes to the new apartment.
Probably not.
Probably not. Remember that? You get big plywood base with the frame around it, the plastic liner.
But see, I had the baffle,
and I didn't.
And it took away from the motion thing.
Really?
How did it feel like when you first jumped on the bed?
And you tried to get still. About 30 minutes later.
But what? I kind of miss the waterbed. I wish that they would make a new version of it.
Yeah, it's kind of disappeared, didn't it?
They should make the new one.
Are they even in existence?
I think they're
anymore?
around, but there's got to be like the waterbed, the intelligent waterbed.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's
that's it. Yeah,
but let's talk about. I mean, okay, right. So there's your stuff that's really prehistoric, and then their stuff. But number one is making decisions together. I think that if you get into the whole idea that the yours and mine vocabulary, it can get kind of challenging. Although everyone needs to have their own space, so there's a little bit of a balancing act. You're going to agree to disagree, but then everyone needs to have their own Eric corner and the Cindy corner and the whatever corner. That's their thing. Get out of my space.
It's
That's
imperative to do that. And my wife's been fantastic about that with me. She lets me have this little corner in the office that has my music stuff and a little studio and guitars and drums and all this other junk. But it's important to honor each other's ideas on what they love and what they want to do in their own home. And then especially introducing kids.
Same thing.
Maybe if you're a combined family, maybe two families are coming from divorce together with now 9 children, like the Brady Bunch. How are we going to sort of delineate all these different areas for these specific reasons? And there's conflict. And doing the TV stuff for so many years with couples that are on TV opening up their personal life to the world. You see all these different tactics and techniques show up where there's some scapegoating going on and blaming, or you're not being straight with what you really think, but you're making it seem like your wife is the one that has the problem with it. So, there's all these dynamics that go on and play out.
Bill and I were on a show, Designing for the Sexes, and it was where our home office was redone. And it was, they try to goat you into doing a little bit of, trying to battle. But there was, clearly, we both had to compromise, although Bill says he had to compromise more. He probably did. He probably did.
Yeah,
but
it seems like the men always acquiesce a little more.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, hey, so if that is the case, if that's reality, because let's say that maybe the woman is more into decor than the guy, then reward the guy with, okay, now you're going to have twice as much fun. You're going to have a sports memorabilia area and a man cave. Or like for you, you've got your drums and your whatever, or maybe there's an extra thing out in the garage or whatever it is.
That's right.
To try to compromise so that people feel like you're, getting stuff.
That's right.
Somehow. I think another great way to decorate together, we've seen this done, and I know you have this a little bit in your home, and we do in our hallway, is to make your memories, the memories of your life together on display.
Right.
Because then that becomes a way of telling your story, and it becomes a unifying decor theme. So maybe you guys don't really agree on color, you don't really agree on, like, your country, I'm rock and roll, but you can agree. This becomes the unifier that, hey, we both were at Disneyland, and we both did this, and here's our family photos. And
right. That's a really nice idea. And also, you can kind of dedicate rooms for each other. Like, for example, maybe the guy can have his taste show up a little bit more in the TV room, where it's a bigger, more comfy, cozy sort of man cave feeling kind of room, and the wife or girlfriend can have her needs met in a different room, in the dining room area, and then we compromise with the kids in another room altogether. It's just all about giving to get. You really want to be open to the idea that I can change and bend a bit, if I get something in return. But you have to give to get, don't you?
And I think one of the best tips for decorating for your first place as a couple is to make that space together as your own, to think about what makes you and your partner unique, and then incorporate that decor into your own tastes. So now you're kind of saying, okay, you're planting a flag that this is now what the Stromer family represents, and this is what we love. We love fill in the blank,
right?
Or this is what
I really do have to send you a picture of my 5-foot tower speakers that are sitting on the side of the house outside being rained on.
Let's get those babies.
At one point, these were the center
rage
of my existence.
Oh.
I had to have them.
But you can't get rid of them.
I can't get rid of them. They're literally sitting on the side.
They're crying. They're crying. I know. Well, I think that you've got to, what you need to do? You need to save a part of it and make like a little,
that's probably a good idea,
a window box out of it or something. You can't throw the whole thing out, because I know I can see you're in pain.
Oh, I am. I'm in pain. I used to crank it, dude.
Oh my
I'd turn it up like right in the middle of the afternoon in the college dorm. It was fantastic. And my hair would be blowing back, and I'd be like, "What?" That was great.
Well, see, you just have to save like a little part of it so you don't feel like you're losing that part of you.
I agree.
Thank you. So some more ideas to decor and to not to disagree too much. I mean, again, it's about the clutter, the stuff. But then I think also coming up with a project together. How about this? So let's say that next week or next weekend, as a team, you're going to both fix or change the blank. And so even though you might have different ideas, that now you know that as a team you're going to work on it, it becomes now a joint space.
Right. It's important, I think, too, to acknowledge each other's shortcomings too. Acknowledge your own stuff first before you start to do the blame game on your spouse, right? Say, for example, you're the guy that has the problem with clutter and mess, and if you just acknowledge and say, look, I'm this guy, let's come up with a solution together instead of constantly fighting about the same thing over and over again. So maybe it's the bedroom. The socks and the underwear are always in the corner. What can we do together? Help me, my dear wife or my dear husband. What can we do together to create some design sensible solution here where we all get our needs met? It looks better. It's more organized. You don't have your feelings hurt. I'm not shaming you because you're bad, but we're creating a solution together. I think that's a great place to always start.
It is, but not a lot of people can't get there. It totally is a great place to start. So hopefully we can try. But I think that have to take a deep breath and kind of take baby steps, right? I mean, for instance, let's say that you have a lot of paper in a particular room, and to one person, a certain amount of disarray may be comforting. And to the other person, it's chaos, So perhaps starting, like a lot of therapists would suggest, is to start maybe by making lists of what needs to be clean in each room, and then set like a deadline, and then just, as a team, start with that one room, so that hopefully you're having, again, that give and take. So it isn't feeling like you're attacking one person, that as a team, you're working on it. You know?
And then I think another great thing to do is always discuss this stuff at a stress-free moment, not a time when it's heightened and you're ready to kill each other, but a time when you're both more relaxed and you bring up these difficult things that you're trying to overcome. And also, I cannot stress upon you how imperative it is to utilize humor. If you cannot make fun of yourself, these things are never going to change, right? If you're holding on so tight to every little aspect of your own idiosyncrasies, you're in for a world of hurt. But if you can laugh about, yes, of course my car looks like a garbage dump. It's my car. Don't get in. I mean, even my kids now, speaking of my car, my son won't allow me to pick him up with his friends in my truck because there's so much junk because I have all these tools in it all the time. And he's like, oh, great, here comes Hoarder Dad. Hoarder Dad. But, he actually inspired me to clean it out because I wanted to keep him having friends show up in my car. And, we discussed it at a time when it wasn't heated. It worked out.
Good. I mean, the car is another extension of your home, right?
Sure
in terms of the stuff and the way you can keep it organized or not.
Yep.
And I think too that if you set some realistic goals, like have a specific storage space for him and for her, that really helps. Especially like when I come home, there's something about that landing strip that kind of will either create chaos in my mind, or if you have a place for certain things, it'll give you that almost feng shui vibe.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because if everything, let's say when you come home, you have your phone charger, you have your laptop, you have all kinds of books and papers, plus all the mail from the day, and then maybe the kids are coming home and all this stuff is piling up and it already was all clean and nice. I think that it would help if you create like maybe a landing area, like a his and her box, maybe even for kids too. The minute they come home from school, you put that stuff in that little bucket or basket or box.
Cubbies.
Yes.
Huge. Cubbies are huge.
A little something like that,
That's
you know?
exactly right.
Because then it's going to, the minute you come home, give you that sense of calm. And then, like you say, with humor and with dignity, then talk about, okay, now let's talk about how we're going to organize and decorate and so forth as a team.
Right.
Yeah?
Perfect.
You got it? Perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect.
It's so easy.
It's not easy to do
I know
this
it's not
stuff,
easy.
but boy,
I
it's
know.
good to give it a try.
All right, when we come back, speaking of feeling relaxed and zen-like, how about creating the right scent for your home that makes you feel like you've walked into a spa?
I was in a house last night that smelled amazing, and it made a huge difference in my perception of it.
And these are things that you can buy, essential oils, and dare we say, it's going to require a spray bottle.
No!
It's going to come.
All right, I'll
Eric
get another
Stromer,
one.
Cindy Dole,
That's
we're going to make
9.
you smell great
Yeah.
in your home. This is Home Wizards, where we improve your home and improve your life.